crunching, really shift all that weight and keep it centered and make sure both legs are loaded the same way, which you can't, it's impossible to do, but as close as you can. That actually takes a lot of stress off this side of your body, and it just transfers all through the opposition. So think about being a monster and being really strong in the gym and going to a squat rack with doing a single leg squat. That's what you're basically doing in that drill. So you need to be able to move all that weight from one side and get it centered, and the first thing that happens when that does, it goes straight through the opposition. That's the challenge of that drill. So if you're coaching others and if you aren't doing it and you're feeling like, why am I absolutely shaking on one side, you're not doing the job properly. Oh, that's not angry, that's just... I wanted to angle, I wanted to go straight.
We'll get to that. Alright. We actually spoke about this the other night and through the week. I think in rugby in general, we always practice best case scenarios and we never practice bad ones. So, who is being bent over in a scrum? Absolutely, okay, you're not feeding a front row. So, has anyone ever taught you to get out of it? No, so you just try and drive the lower back and all that sort of stuff. So, we're just going to do a little activity here. I did this with the Powerhouse guys the other night, so you guys will probably become coaches, but I'll get two of you up so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Up we come. Okay. Righto, so they're just going to go down, start on your knees guys, okay? Basically what we're going to get is the position we certainly all fear, that one where you're looking up your own kyber. Okay, so he's going to have his ass up in the air and his shoulders well below his hips. Okay, the ref's got excited there, so shoulders below hips, they're all, look at that, they're coming around now. But okay, now in this sort of position, the natural tendency to get out of this is to do what?
Stop your ass.
To step back often, if we're going to be honest, to step back to get to shape, okay? We need to try and develop mentality, we won't step back. Okay, so we're in this position here, he's in a bit of trouble, this guy's dominant. Okay, what we want to try and think about is getting our chest through. If everyone says drop their knees, if he just drops his knees, okay, he might have lowered the height, but he hasn't actually edged forward, and at times he'll end up with his ass on his heels, okay, especially if his ass is up a hell of a lot higher. So relax, relax. Okay. So I'm just going to ask you to start just with those shoulders a touch lower, okay, and then what I want him to do is activate chest, so he gets big through the chest, and then his hips come through like Ricky was talking about. How do we get him to do that? We don't ask him to look up, we say to look forward. And I always just do this, I start clicking and say look at me, bang, okay, relax there. So all I did was click, and he started just to look towards where my fingers were. What happened with his chest? It just got bigger, and then what occurred with his ass? Just came through. So one more time, just to prove that I'm good. Okay. So you're getting much worse. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So he's in trouble there, but he's going to fight out of this. Look at that. Look at the wards. Bang. There we go. So he's just started to bring his head forward, which led to his chest, and then everything followed, as opposed to just sitting. Okay. So for this activity, guys, I want one person to start in a bad spot. Okay. And then just sink.